one grain of rice once bankrupted an entire kingdom, and that same grain of rice is slowly draining your bank account as well. There's an old story that goes that when the game of chess was first invented, there was a king that loved it so much that he wanted to reward the inventor of the game. So he had the inventor brought before him and asked the inventor what he wanted as a reward. The inventor, like all stories that last the tests of time, didn't ask for a simple reward. Instead, there was a catch. So the inventor asked for a grain of rice to be placed on the chessboard, and then for each square of the chessboard to double the amount of rice on it. So 1 grain on square 1, 2 on square 2, 4 on square 3, and so on. The king, seeing this small amount of rice on the chessboard, thought the inventor had asked for but a small sum of rice, and happily agreed to the reward. However, what the king didn't realize is that he agreed to something far more than he could ever afford to pay. You see, by the 8th square, it had grown to about 255 grains of rice total. By the 16th square, now it is about 65,000 grains of rice. And by the 64th square, it is a number larger than I even know how to say. I'll just put it on the screen. And this is more rice than has ever been grown throughout human history. So what the king thought was just a small amount of rice turned out to be far more than he could ever possibly afford to give. And that is exactly what's happening in our own lives. How much of our income is going towards these small monthly payments? 100? 200? More? Going towards things like car loans, or a subscription or two, or many more subscriptions. These things add up. And how much are they going to cost you at the end of a year? Not just month to month, but the end of a year. How about 10 years? Probably far more than you realize. So the next time something is sold to you, or you're looking at something and think, oh, that's just a small monthly payment, make sure you know what it's actually going to cost you, and make sure it is something you can actually afford. You don't want to be giving up what you think is a small amount of rice, only for it to cost you everything.